Thank you. Yeah, so I don't know. The Most High was talking to me about when I was telling you guys about y'all era right now, and right when I had posted that video, the Most High was like, "Let me talk to you about how that can get you in trouble." And one thing that popped up was young boy. You know what he got going on? What is it? I guess he's a rapper. He's a young rapper. Okay, he got signed to, I think, Young Money. And I was trying to figure out why did the Most High send me this, you know? And it was a whole video on basically what, you know, how he feel, you know? But it took me back, like I had went all the way back to his story when he was talking about how he was gonna just sell himself. You know, he was like, I'm just gonna sell myself to make it or whatever. But this is when he was like 16 years old. And I was trying to ask the Most High, like, what does this got to do with us divine ones? You know, like we already know that they sold out. You know, this is a decision that they wanted to make. And the Most High was letting me know that this is what you was saying this in your video. You know, you were saying how, you know, they see these people in the hood, you know, that, you know, the Most High has given them this era that they were going to attract, you know, certain people, you know, to them. They're going to be watching them. They're going to go to them. Right. And that his story, that is so relatable to this man's story, to Young Boy, you know, the rapper or whatever. Y'all should go back to his story. Some of you guys already know. I'm so out of the loop. You know, I don't follow, you know, people. I don't follow them. You know, I barely be on social media if it's not comedy. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, man, maybe I should tap into these, you know, these so-called celebrity stories, because it's like us, you know, we like the spiritual celebrities, and they like, you know, the celebrities in the physical, like, you know, physical realm, you know, folks is all different purposes or whatever. So the Most High was like, no, go check him out, go check his story out, right? And right when I was about to do that, it was the Most High had sent this lady called Madam So-So. Do y'all know? Have y'all checked her out on YouTube? She called Madam So-So or whatever, and she talks about, you know, what's taking place with, you know, the celebrities, so-called celebrities that's going on. Y'all should go check her out, okay? And she popped up on my screen, and I was talking about the era, right? How, you know, the Most High, he takes the veil off of, you know, off of you at a certain times when it's your time, but you got to pick the right decision. This can break you or make you based off of what route you trying to go in, right? And for some reason, you know, Young Boy at that time, his era was shining so bright to where he started, you know, people start coming to him. I'm talking about folks in Young Money. What was the dude with the bald head? What's his name? With the bald head, with older dude they already had a group before Young Money. Yeah, Lil Baby. Yeah, thank you guys. Y'all help me out here. Y'all don't probably know history about this more than me, but all I'm doing is, you know, calculating, you know, what point the Most High trying to make. Yeah, Birdman. He contacted him, but then Soulja Boy had contacted him before, you know, Young Money did. But then the Most High, I'm telling you, he brought me back to when Soulja Boy was saying that right when I tried to reach out, because I seen him. Like I was watching, we were all watching him. You get what I'm saying? Remember I told you guys how people watching you that you don't even know of been watching y'all? You know what I'm saying? And you just think like you just out here just doing your thing, right? So literally this man, Soulja Boy, go sit up here and say on the radio that I missed out on my bag. Like basically was looking at him as a come up, like a bag, like a sacrifice. Like, yeah, I was about to put him on a team to use him and, you know, get ahead. Now Birdman got him. That's basically start laughing. Basically letting this man, this young boy, and he named his name Young Boy. This man, he sacrificed era for these parasites to come up off of him. Do y'all see how this man look right now? He's crying out for help. He's been crying out for help. Been crying out for help. Everything about him says help. I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. All I knew was I was shining and folks were reaching out to me. And he wanted to make it so bad. Like I'm saying, you would know when it's your time and you would know when you about to blow up, but it's choices that you have to make, ma'am, sir. And like I say, I don't know if folks were talking to this young boy about, you know, what's about to take place, or be caution of this, be caution of that. I don't know. You know, I didn't dig that further in his story or whatever, but I knew that folks been watching him because Soulja Boy said it on the radio. He said, man, we've been watching this man for a long time. And I'm talking about before he started blowing up. They've been watching him. Like, folks were heading towards him. But it was for the wrong reasons. And it's so scary. And this is something that it was alarming, that I was like, man, I got to tell divine ones. And I'm pretty sure we already equipped with it. You know, like we already discern, you know, when people try to come to us, it's definitely intentions made. Like it's definitely motives. It's definitely intentions that need to be, you know, examined. We know that. But with these other people out here that's spiritually dead, you know, they don't know that. You know, they just see people, they see the status of what they have, they see what they can gain off of these people, and they think it's like, it's an honor. But they don't understand that, man, you've been sacrificed. They use you as a sacrifice. It's a whole game up there. It's always been a game. And, you know, you could be used like that. They did not honor that young boy of what, you know, of the music, the creativity. All they seen was that's something that they can use this young boy to get ahead. And it was just so many other people that the Most High was showing me about their era at the time where he was going to make way for them. But again, they were spiritually dead. They was not discerning of who people are coming to them. It was Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat was the other one that Madam So-So was talking about when the Most High was guiding me to people era, when the Most High, he takes the blindfold and he make way for you according to your era. He let these people come in, okay, and ruin him completely. We don't even know that man. We don't even know Kai Cenat. If you go back to the way that when he first came and when he actually started blowing up, and then he allowed guess who was watching him, and they came to him. I don't even know how that's two different genres to me, with a comedy person and then well, I guess he's supposed to do comedy as well. Kai Cenat was supposed to be a comedian or something, because not Cat Williams, what's the other short one, what's the other short comedian that was on his streams? Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart was on, you know, was basically he was like working with Kai Cenat. Yeah, it was Kevin Hart. I think it was Snoop Dogg too. You know, and I was like, oh, they about to get this man. He about to be the next victim. I know he's gonna give in, because he was up there and getting high with Snoop Dogg and out there, like, going out with them. They was gonna catch him. They was gonna catch him slipping. And they did. They did. They caught that man. Caught that man slipping. They got him. And all the other ones, what was it? Y'all gotta go do y'all research on how they get you, though. You know, it's messed up. It's not something that you be kiki and laughing about. It's kind of messed up, but you got to discern. That's why we so ahead of the game, because we're spiritually on a high level according to these people down here, because we have the discernment to know people's intentions before they come to us, because we already know that, especially the time that the Most High have taken the veil off of you. You know, you have now gifts to discern. I know why you're here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know that it's just so potent that this gift that the Most High give you. Some folks, it's like they have it, but they're not activated. Like, I believe they did have it, but some folks, they run away from spirituality. You know, like when it's time for you to awaken, they run from it. You know, they run from their awakening when it's going to save you down here. Because when the Most High take that veil off of you, folks going to be coming for your head. Ma'am, sir. Folk going to be coming for you. They already been watching you. It's just a matter of time before they come in and scoop you as wheat. And you're going to be like, wow, how did I end up in this trap? Who set me up? Who set me up? Are the people that approached you? They set you up, ma'am, sir. We could go down the list of all the folks who got because they wasn't spiritually discerning, because they ran away from that awakening. I don't know why they ran away from it. Because once you awaken, you be like, ooh, this is kind of like, it's intense, but it's kind of like, man, this will help me though. Because you start being awakened to what's actually going on to each individual. Like, oh, this is actually who you is. I thought you was this, but this is who you are for real. This is what this awakening would do. It would be like, it'll start ripping masks off. And you'd be like, oh, I'm in like around my enemies. I gotta go. You need that awakening, because that will save your life. You know if these people seen these people before when they came to them, do you know how big of a difference of a lifesaver that would have been for them? They wouldn't have been in the hellhole that they in right now, like crying every day, depressed every day, taking stuff so that they can cope, because they know that they've been sacrificed. They've been the sacrificial lamb for these folks. That was that the whole time. A come up. That was it. It was no, oh, we honor your gift. You know, you're going to be big. You're going to be this. You know, we're going to support you to the end because you remind me of myself. And I want to put that, invest in you. So none of that. That was fake. Them folks was a game. They was looking after themselves. And then it's like once they put you on, you can't even get out. You can't even get out. That was spoken to me as well, to where when they invest all this in you, it's going to be hard for you to pay back. And the only way you could pay back is being a sacrifice for them. That's why I'm so, you divine ones, y'all already discern. But when the videos that I talk to you guys about, when folks try to do stuff for you, we know that. We went down that route. This could be on a small spectrum. When folks try to do stuff for us, like I do this for you, I do that. They setting you up for a sacrifice. When folks come to you and their motive is to invest all this in you, they setting you up for a sacrifice. And you ain't putting nothing in on them. You ain't meeting them 50-50 or whatever. Ma'am, sir. But the game, how would you even know the game if the game was never taught to you, though? That's how they get you. Because it's like, but us, we are too intelligent. We're too advanced because we're spiritually gifted. We're too advanced. Are the ways that was activated according to our awakenings of us getting through it and activating, they can't play them games with us. We're gonna know it. When they try to come at us and try to play them games, we're going to see it for what it is. Sorry, man. I'm going to have to reject that. I'm going to have to not take that. You don't got to do that. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity, even though we know that's bull crap. But, we letting them know that I know what you're doing and I don't want no part in it. I'm not the candidate to be a sacrifice for you. I didn't come down here to be no sacrifice for nobody. I don't know what type of game you think you playing, but it ain't playing over here. Because we woken. We awakened to that. But folks, they have not. They like, ooh, yeah, this is a nice man. Yeah, this is a nice woman. Not knowing that they setting you up. They setting you up for the giddy up. And all you see that these, poor, these poor men and women, you see them crying. All you see is just, you can see it. Every time you see them, they be trying to play it off, but you can't play off that. You can't play off when you have misery in your eyes, and your misery just all in your energy. Like, help. I'm getting set up. And they gotta play it off because now they're like a slave to whatever that they said that they was. That's why I say, that's why I'm always here for, divine ones. But you can't run away from your awakening, because that stuff will save you. You need to know what's going on. You need to know. You need to awaken to what's going on, because this could happen to you. Easy. Folks can, play that passive aggressive bull crap on you. Especially if you had it hard in life. They actually go to the gifted ones that had it hard in life. Because they thinking like, you willing to give in. Because you tired. So they thinking like, they can just get you in because ain't you tired? Ain't you tired of all the stuff that you going through? Don't you want to come in and be my sacrificial lamb? Get a few things, but you gonna have to be my slave though. But I shoot you a little stuff. Here and there. The most High say, not my people. My people gonna wake up, man. That's why he sent us through this awakening. Folks is actually, a lot of you guys who woken up, folks is actually scared to approach you. They were supposed to approach you a long time ago. Folks is scared because they already know you not with the ish. They know. You gonna know. That's why they tried you with the gang stalkers. They tried to send, first they tried to send them your way to see, like the little hitmans to try to dress them up to see if they can get you within the game. And you know what you did to them. You know how you did them. You did them in the worst way. They running. They like, whoa, I don't know what happened. And then it's crazy because some of the hitmen actually fell in love with most of you guys. They actually came in and actually fell in love with you. And you knew them when they came in, you knew exactly who they was. Now all of a sudden they, for some reason, fell in love with you. Thought that, well, this ain't a game. I actually want to, Mom, sir, stop playing. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that. They seen how you did. They seen how you did them. And they watching. And they like, oh, this one's smart. I don't know if we can go in like that. I don't know if we can do them in, like they different. These are some other type of beings. These are gifted people. We need them on our team, but we can't go in. We don't know how to go in because they see it. They see it. They all seeing. They all knowing. What is this? We can't even. We don't even know how to even move in and do what we need to do. No, we had way too many awakenings, ma'am, sir. And the more and more you tried to run these tests and these games and these experiments on us, that's causing even more activation. I'm talking about on a higher level to where you really can't reach us. All them experiments that trying to figure out how you gonna come in, man, you know how much we've been activated in that whole entire time? We got smarter, wiser, stronger. We can endure more. All these elevations that caused them their demise. They didn't even know it. You said, yeah. Yep. And some of your people had considered you. Like actually put you up to be part of their team. Like a lot of them put your name on the list of, you can have her, you can have him, right? And they thought it was going to be easy trying to give you up. But yeah, that auction failed. Not this one. I'm going where? I'm not going nowhere. But we going to see about it. We going to see about who go where. And I bet you going to go before I go. Yeah. How about it? How many attempts failed? How many attempts failed? According to you. If we don't say it, yes, it's not going to happen. If we don't make in our decision like, yeah, I want to go, it's up to us. This is what these folks don't understand. They used to playing all these games with other people, and it's working for their favor of them controlling them and manipulating and getting their way. Not with you. It actually have to be your consent. You have to consent to it. If you don't consent to it, it's not going to happen. No deal. It's not going to happen. So they got to figure out how to convince you to consent. It's not going to happen. All we going to do is try to awaken more brothers and sisters up to the game of what's going on. We're not joining your team. We're not a candidate of being no sacrificial lamb either. For you? For y'all? Are you crazy? Are you insane? We trying to warn our brothers and sisters that before they even make a decision to go up there and become a so-called a celebrity. But it's a so-called sacrifice. We trying to prevent people not to even go that route. We trying to awaken them to see what's actually going on. That's not what it is. You're not actually going to be that. I don't care if they send Snoop Dogg, Slim Shady, whatever, all the sellouts to you. That ain't it. These are pawns that trying to get you butter up so that you can fall for the trap. Don't be smoking with them. Don't be going out. Don't be allowing them to send no ladies to you, no males to you. Nothing. Don't accept nothing. No. Because at first they try to cloud your judgment like, yeah, we'll go do this. Yeah, you can have this. Yeah, you can have that. You can ride my car. Yeah, you can go to the little Diddy parties. Yeah, you can do this. No. I don't want to join. I don't want no part. I don't want to end up like you. Do you think I don't see you and what you actually in? I see you, and I see you in a trap. I see you in a sunken place. You trying to get me there? You evil. You evil. And you soulless. You ain't even got no soul. There is no soul in you. You allow them people to strip you from left to right. To where you have nothing. And then you're going to try to come and put me on board. This is what they've been doing. After they done stripping them off, they send them back off as converters to try to convert other people into that bull crap. You know, they try to dress them up. Oh, yeah, he big. Yeah, she big. Did y'all hear Carly B and how she was saying she don't want to do that music anymore because it was demonic? And all it was bringing on demonic spirits? And she was saying how she was changing. Do you know what they told that lady? Do you know what they told that lady? They told that lady, this is the reason why we put you on. Specifically for this. You ain't got no say so. She already took the people's stuff. She already took the offer. She took all the deals and was already you ain't got no choice. You already sold out. You think the people want to hear you out? They don't care. Once they got you, you know that you only there for one thing and one thing only until your time of the sacrifice happened. And that's it. They ready to use you as a puppy, and then once your time is up, bye. We go on the next one. We bringing in the next clown. They don't care about that. This is why we here. We the ones who awaken, who trying to tell these people. Hopefully they be tapped in before they start making these idiotic decisions. I got the Most High like, no, I'm gonna need you to go in depth with this. You talking about era? Yeah. You talking about how I took the veil off? Oh, okay. Let's talk about the folks who can't discern. When folks actually come to you. Because you know you're going to bring them in with your era. You're going to bring everybody in with your era. But who is the discerning? Who is who? Because you know that can make you or break you. You know how many people that got caught because they wasn't discerning. They had no discerning in them. They ran away from that. They thought everything was cool. They thought there was no snakes out here. There was no backstabbers out here. There was no betrayers out here. There was nobody trying to get one up on your game out here. They see you. They see all that you giving. They like, man, that could be for me. Me coming up. I know how to play the game. I was taught well in playing the game. I can get this person and I can move around with this person. You know how they coming. Because all they want is to give you all these investments, all these offers. You think these people cool. You're not knowing that you already in the ritual. You already in something that's taking place that you don't even know. But who's discerning? We equip with it. They not coming at us like that. We gonna embarrass these folks if they come at us like that. They know that. They like, man, that's why they've been doing experiments on you. You know, sending up all these flying monkeys, you know, to try to use them to try to see where you at. Like, let's see how smart this person is. Let's see how, you know, the weakness, and see all this pros and cons, and you know what I'm saying, really trying to sit there and try to get knowledge of you to see, you know, if you're gonna be a candidate for them to even come in on you. You wasn't. Too smart, too intelligent. Your discernment was on a high level to where, you know, folks, it was out of folks' IQ. Like, folks couldn't even get on that level. You know, you kind of confused your ops who thought that they knew what they knew. You outsmarted them. They like, wow, man, we don't know. We don't know. We tried a bunch of stuff. We already got the people around them too. Only person that's left is you. That's it. You the person that's left. You wonder why everybody worried about you, because everybody already been got. You the only one. And it's crazy because the reason why you are the only one is because you could see. You can see stuff. You like, man, I see you. Like, there is nothing that you're hidden. Like, are you serious? I don't care what you got to offer. I don't care about none of this. And then it's like the people that they send that you think will respect, they think like you're gonna respect them. It's like, I see them. These folks is gone. They in the worst predicament than us out here. You just trying to blind us with this borrowed stuff that you gave them so that we could respect them as they being something. They don't even have that. Even they even would tell you. They be like, man, we ain't got that. That stuff was borrowed. We borrowed that. We don't actually have that. Some of that stuff they got deals with other merchandisers, excuse me. And, you know, they let them borrow it. And they take it right back. But we on the outside looking like, oh, yeah, look at so-and-so. Look at them. Looking like creating a whole delusion. Come on now. We could discern. We could see right through that. We know exactly what's going on. It's crazy. And that's why I said, you know, the Most High was like, get back on there and go more in depth about that era. Because that's something that really could make you or break you. You know, when he take that thing off you, you start attracting all these people, you got to discern. You got to discern. Because, man, the gifted divine ones be getting dogged out, man, of their gifts, of their talent, you know, of things that the Most High have given you that this earth cannot give you. And for you to utilize that and for somebody else's gain, they come to you and they just use you for what you possess. Because you didn't know it, because you had no knowledge of what they was doing when they came to you. Yeah. And the Most High even knew they was going to target us. That's why he said, man, you gotta awaken. You got to awaken to what's going on down here. Everything ain't sweet. They target the best. They target the people that they can gain from. That folks ain't gonna come and target you if they knew they can't gain nothing off of you. They'd be like, it's a waste of time. For what? They like, man, we need this person. And for all, divine beings, they're gonna gain off of you. Or you got a lot to gain. Like they got a lot to gain off of you, is what I'm saying. They could use just your era to come up. They could use your energy to come up. They could use your essence to look better. To feel better. If they're dealing with any sicknesses, illnesses, they can use your stuff to get out of that. It's so much that they can gain from you. That's why you're targeted. How you been. Basically all your life. You have to protect. You have to make sure I have to awaken. Like I have to know what's going on with these people, these places at all times. Because I'm on the radar. They can't wait to catch you slipping. I can't wait. That'll be their biggest breakthrough, to catch you slipping. You just so happen to not be on your, on your game. Here with it. No. That's why the Most High take us to that boot camp. We thought it was punishment. We like, man, why you can't just leave me alone? Let me just, go out here like everybody else. And, I need like, we be talking like, man, just everybody leave me alone. Like, we be talking like asking the Most High too. Like, can you, and he like, you need to be equipped. He was like that Mr. Miyagi. Like, you need to be equipped out here. Like, this ain't no joke. Like, do you not know these are groundhogs? Like, they smell you and they all coming. They like that one. They know you. They know the smell of you. They know the light. They know the fire. They know the lit. They know the energy. They can feel your vibration. They know everything about how you are. That's why it's like, it's like your presence is known before you even get there. It's like, hey, why do I feel like before I got here, I already arrived? That's how people make you feel. Have you ever had a coincidence where you was pulling up and somebody called you and was like, oh, are you here? You like, I just pulled up. They like, oh, okay. Like, how did you even know? I didn't even come in yet. I'm pulling up and you here? I'm telling you, they can sense your presence. They know the difference when you leave. They know the difference when you come back. Folks be on your head. Most High said, I need to equip my son. I need to equip my daughter. Like, this is no joke. They gonna come for you. And you gotta discern. It ain't nothing to be fearful about. It's just, it will be scary if you don't know nothing. If you don't know nothing what they doing. You don't know who is who. You don't know what they doing. You don't know what is this. You don't know nothing. That's scary. You seen brothers and sisters who got caught up. They begging to get out. They trapped. They like, man, is there a loophole where I can get out? They can't wait till they get out. Because they was undiscerning. They didn't know who was who. They didn't know who they was talking to. All of a sudden, they send a group of people your way that they feel as though that you're going to be friends with. And they got you in. They got you in the trap. They know exactly what group that you going to like. Oh, yeah, that want to be your friend. That want to be in a relationship with you. That want to be just connected to you. That want to be some type of title to you to get you in. Get you trapped. This is how they do it. This is how they been doing it. And then if that don't work, they'll just get somebody that you honor. That they'll listen to you. Like, if I had the opportunity to meet so-and-so, they send these people to you. You will be somewhere out somewhere in a mall or something. All of a sudden, they'll pop up. Like, how you doing? You be like, oh, I said, man, I wanted to meet you. It's an honor to meet you. Not knowing that's a trap. They coming to bamboozle you. Remember, they already a puppet. They a puppet for the enemy, the op. They just so happen to hear you say, if you so-called meet this person, your guard to be off. They could probably try to slide one in on you. Get you in that way. I'm telling you, they listen to, I'm telling you, they listen to you. They do experiments on you. You know, they're trying to, you know, really study you to see, you know, is there any way that we can get this person? You know, that we can catch this person slipping and get in. That's how they move. You've been being studied all your life. They hoping that they catch something and they can catch you off guard and get in. You in. And it's sad how we got to be hunted down like this. Like, this is crazy. Get hunted down and get set up so we can be on the op team so that they can destroy us and do whatever that they please to us. And we look like a crying puppy. Like, help me, help me. And because we got caught. It's sad. Sad. We see too many of our brothers and sisters they had to go through that. And you don't know, you know, how the extent of this op just digging, trying to get them. Like us. All divine ones, we all had to go through it. They still trying. And then they think, like, if I take everything away from him, and if I take everything away from her and put them in the slums or just make them feel as though they got a hard life and, you know, they'll be probably willing then. You know, we'll probably have a better opportunity then if we just make them feel as though, you know, it's me against the world. And they doing it. People ain't really worried about, you know, like trying to sabotage you. It's them because they want you on their team. They want you. So they like, if I continue on doing this, maybe they'll give in. Maybe they'll be like, I just want to, you know, want peace. And they there. And then they come in there to super save somebody. Da-da-da! With their cape on. Like, we're willing to give you this opportunity. We're willing to, like you somebody that was sent in. The devil himself. Nah, I'm cool. I'm gonna endure this. If this is really for me, I'm gonna endure this. Thank you. No, thank you. I don't want no parts. I told y'all that. I didn't want no parts in that. Y'all study trying to conform somebody who already said no. Why you guys are not taking no? Like, are you that slow? Go find you another sacrifice. This ain't it over here. It's crazy. Maybe this way. Maybe that way. Maybe that way. We don't even belong to y'all. You do not know that we mark for the Most High? These people is crazy. They really trying to get somebody else when they already taken. We already taken. It's crazy. But I just wish that, you know, we could have awakened other brothers and sisters before they got caught up in that stuff, though. You know, because we more loud and more blunt now. Like, our word is, you know, is more potent now. But back then, it's kind of like folks are just wanting to get, you know, brothers and sisters just wanted to get out of poverty, wanted to get out of their situation. But they didn't understand because they ran from the awakening. A lot of brothers and sisters and ran from the awakening. We sat in that thing. A lot of us, the ones that's sharp as we is, we sat in that awakening. That's how we so sharp. You know, we so can't be shaken, can't be moved. None of that. Because we sat in that thing. And when they was coming for us, we start gaining, we start getting even more. We was the ones that like, I'm going to sit in this fire. We didn't get out. We didn't run. We're like, hey, if I get overtaken by the fire, so be it. I'm in it. I'm in it. And when we were in it and we were cooking, man, we got, dang near well done. We cooked in that thing and we well done. Okay? And folks really can't mess with us. They scared. They like, ooh, nah. We looked and seen all that we did. And this person, it's like they getting wiser. It's like they getting smarter. It's like they getting more pruned to everything that's taking place. Like, yeah, sure is. When we said we ain't part of y'all, we don't want nothing to do with y'all, don't come over here with that. Unless you want to get embarrassed. You really want to get exposed coming over here? That's how we dealing with them. Don't come over here with that. We don't want no parts of that. What y'all demonic bullcrap, what y'all do to these innocent souls. Souls be trapped. You go over there, your soul gonna be trapped. You are no longer gonna have a soul. You're gonna be crying every day. You're gonna be in grief every day. Misery. It just won't stop. This is throbbing. You know when something throb, it just won't stop. Every day. Cause these devils is sitting there just siphoning and sucking and just, man. It's sad. And they want you to be a candidate for that. Just come on. Come on over. We got candy. We got toys. Don't nobody care. You said, don't that sound like a creep? You know, like one of them ones that be in your neighbor, like back in the day that used to drive that white car, and if you was a kid, they always try to butter you up, talking about they got candy and toys and stuff. That's what they sound like as you grown. They talking to you like creepers, how they was talking to kids. I got candy, I got toys. You know, I got like nice things that you can have and play with. Just come on. No, I'm good. I'm good. It's crazy. You're a grown man. You're a grown woman. Gotta tell these grown parasites, no. I don't know how many times. I don't know how many times you stated your case of what you said that you wanted and what you did not want. These devils, they always been obsessed with God's people. That's why, you know, the Most High, he had to train us the way he did. He had to do it, even though that was like, man, we felt like we were getting punished. Like, what do we do? But the Most High literally like, man, you have to be awakened. To what I'm talking about, this whole stuff is connected, like they connected together. They all play a part in your demise. So you have to be awakened. Because they all connected. Like when you waken, you be like, dang, you connect to this too? I'm talking about, you could be somebody that, I'm talking about in a low surface. I'm talking about like a person who work at the library, a person who you go to the Safeway or like shopping stores with. They a part of it. It's like a low, it's like a low level. We ain't talking about the high level. We're talking about, dang, they in this association in a low level. The ones that that come get your trash. The ones that, you know, that's we call maintenance mans and landlords and like they all together. You gotta waken up to this. Talking about neighbors who just look like your neighbor, but they associates to the thing. Folks that just try to come by, that so-called relatives. Hey, cousin. Oh, that's Unc. That's Auntie. They part of something. You gotta awaken to that. You gotta awaken. Oh, hey, Grandpa. Hey, Grandma. All these titles don't mean a dang thing. Oh, that's my father. Oh, that's my mother. Awaken. You gotta awaken to this stuff. Folks is a whole unit out here. You sitting up there like, if you don't awaken, you're gonna get overtaken. If you're not awakened, you're going to get overtaken. Because these folks, they're gonna surround all these folks that's a part of it, and they're gonna be on your head. Thinking they can handle you into this thing. Thinking that they can really move you into this thing. Like, we gonna get her. It's all of us. We gonna get him. It's all of us. And they just take a turn trying to get you. And then they like, okay, this person's walking around with confidence, so we gotta break that. And they gonna try to, you know, have some, like, try to get you to lose something. Like, man, okay, we got her to lose, or we got him to lose his car, or lose his job, what else? Maybe her kids, you know, and then that will lessen, you know, her confidence, his confidence. We walking around here still, the biggest. What do we just say? That don't stop us from walking around with confidence just because we losing something. That don't do nothing to us. All we gonna do is grind even harder. We gonna get it back, and it's gonna be plus. You gonna see us the next time you look at us and you come in, we're gonna have double of what you when you came in and try to take from us. It's gonna be an upgrade. Because right when they come back, they're gonna be like, oh, you got this? Oh, you ain't got this, huh? You started this, huh? Yeah, you thought I was gonna stop? Did you thought I was gonna like what? What you thought? What did you thought was gonna happen? You thought I was just going to just roll over, throw in the towel? That don't stop us. We constantly keep going. We don't care, and we're not into, what y'all into. We two different people, so we don't see success as what you see success as. This is what you guys don't understand. And they like, so what is it? Like, what can we do to actually get this person to weaken? If that doesn't work, what could? And this is what they keep going back to the drawing tables of. They like, what could we do? And they've been watching, studying, doing examinations, doing hypotheses, taking people's opinions, and nobody could still understand you. They still can't understand you. They like, when you smiling, you supposed to be crying. When you hurt, you actually supposed to be going to get help, but you're actually there healing yourself. It's like all these things that they put upon you that you're supposed to do, you do the opposite. So it's like, how can you get with somebody that you can't even get on the level of? They can't even get on your level to understand you. That's why they be so angry and mad at you. Because they like, we just not going to understand this person. And then the things that they want, when you are in a situation, they want you to put whatever that you're going through in somebody else's hands so that they can play with you, and you just boss up, you just how you move, you just make it happen according to your intelligence, because you're supposed to go to this person so they can play with you. When you're in a situation, you're supposed to call somebody that they feel you're gonna call so that they can play with you. You didn't do that. That's a problem. How are you so confident to where you feel like you could do it, like you could get it done? Because you're supposed to be calling that person so that they can play with you. I'm talking about so they can see you suffer and do things to make it even worse. And make you feel like they helping you. But in reality, they're making the situation worse. And they're prolonging your suffering during that time when it could have been done. You said no. I'm going to move like this. I'm going to swing like this. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to go forth. And I'm going to make it happen. Period. Now I'm back on my path, and we moving. That's not what's supposed to happen. No. The things that they thought how you was gonna react, they can't get with you. They can't get with you. You don't never move how they think you gonna move. That's the problem. That's why the Most High sit up and laugh at your ops. Because they really don't understand who you are and how the Most High made you. Why do you think the Most High don't come in at your rescue all the time? Do you understand? He like, you got it. Tap in. Tap in. You got that. We ain't always got to call for help. Mayday, mayday. Man, we everything. If you really like tap in and start focusing and like, move, I'm telling you, you crazy with it. You're insane with it. Can't nobody get on your level when you doing your calculations and you moving. It's crazy. It's out of this world. They sitting there like, dang, how? Because they already got people set up that you were supposed to come to, and they was gonna play you like a video game. All of a sudden, that's an extra 5 years that's been gone. Because you leaving it up to them. Putting way too much on for them to control. And you know what type of games they play when it come down to a divine one. The stuff that they can do, they not going to do it because of you. Because of who you is. They not going to do it. They find it in them what to do. But since it's you, they not going to do it. I know y'all always was wondering, why everybody want to play now? You get what I'm saying? Okay. I'm telling you, when you really like activate 100% and you start going in, can't nobody mess with you. The way you move, the way you put things together, the way you calculate things, like, okay, I'm not gonna freak out. Let me sit real quick with myself real quick. Let me just sit with myself. And you just be on like some quiet, and then all this stuff start coming to your head, and you gotta pick, because you got many options, right? And then you gotta pick how you gonna move. Like, what's the best move for you that doesn't rely on people, like so many people, you know? And it's like basically you pick the best move. And they trying to figure out, how did you come up with that? Like, what made you come to the conclusion of this? Because we already had selected the people that you was gonna, you know, go to, and you're gonna try to make some work. Trying to make some shake. No, that's not us. That's not us, ma'am, sir. Nope. Yeah, we very much in the future. This is definitely behind. You know, this is like we way ahead. This is behind. We're like, you know how you in school and folks, you did the test and people be like, you in college. You up there, you in kindergarten, but the test that you're doing, they put you as in you in college. You can skip all this. This is way under leveled according to you. You got to go forward. And this is how we are. This is why we make everybody look like idiots. They try to figure out how, you know, we way advanced than you. That's why. We're way advanced. Sometimes we be trying to, you know, not make people feel bad. So we be trying to, like, you know, downplay the situation. But we be like, man, this person's a straight up, like, I gotta get away from them. I gotta get from around these people. Because there is no point. They kind of, they behind on my IQ, you know. And then when I tell them something, they looking crazy. It's like, man, I'm telling you that, but who listening? I'm trying to help you out. You ain't even listening. And then you taking information for somebody who's leading you wrong. And I'm giving you information that's actually gonna help you. They looking at you like, because they don't understand it. So they like, no, I'm gonna go somewhere. I'm gonna take the information of someone that I can actually understand. I cannot understand you, so I can't take that in. You know, what am I supposed to do? I don't understand it. You like, man, yay, it's up to you. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm not pressuring you to do anything. You know, and then they come back 10 years later, like, oh, you was right. It's like, dang, you 10 years behind? I told you that 10 years ago. Are you just catching up to what I said? Man, y'all need to get with it. I told you to do that 5 years ago. You just now. You behind. You need to get it. You need to run. Run fast. Come up. You need to come. I could have saved you the grief. All that you did within the 5 years to come up with the conclusion that I told you 5 years ago. That's a problem. You know, that's how advanced we are, man. Folks be like, why are you doing that? And then they be like, oh, it'd be like 5 years later. They'd be like, I see why you did that. I should have did that. The same thing you was doing 5 years ago. I should have been there doing that too. Yes, you should have. But you wasn't there. You done deal with it. So I understand why. I'm not here to talk down on you. I know the different levels. That's why I don't understand why folks think they can play with us. That's all I'm saying. Why you want to play with somebody that's way out of your levels? I'm talking about in every category. Most High, we like the future people or something. I feel as though we really are. We're like the future collective. You know, the line up for the future. But we just trying to, we coming here and, you know, to awaken people until it's time. You know, we trying to put people on game. Like, nah, that ain't what it is. Nah, watch out. You know what I'm saying? Trying to help them. You know, like, man, I actually care about you. I wouldn't do that. That's a trap. These folk playing with you. He doing this. She doing this. Your fam is on some crazy sideways bullcrap. Do you not know you about to get set up? Do you not know what they do? You know what I'm saying? This is us. We trying to let people know because we can see. We can feel. We can read. You know, we got all these high level gifts to where folks will be crazy. It's like you want to be exposed when you come to us. It's like, you not know I can expose you and you can be done for life playing with me. This is like the level that we own. So when you see somebody that, a divine one that's way into, like way over evolving, you might want to stay clear. No, don't do that. Yeah, we gotta do a lot of downplaying because sometimes you look at people and you don't want them to feel in, you know, some type of way. So sometimes we have a gift where we can meet people where they're at. You know, where they won't feel like an idiot because they already do. You know, when they talk to you, they already do. That's why they don't want to agree with you. You be like, they do that on purpose, even though they know that you saying the right stuff and you're correct. They don't want to agree with you because they don't want to feel like, you know, you making them look stupid. So they be like, well, we just agree to disagree. Because it's like a cop-out. Because they don't want to look like, you know, like they don't know nothing. Yeah. Yeah, you could get targeted just by you making somebody feel a certain way. You know, they can just don't like you because you make them feel a certain way. You know, like they'll do something and they'll come to you because they feel as though, you know, they're doing right. You know, they feel like they proud of what they doing, and then they come to you and you tell them, you know, that there's some more advice on what they should be doing. You know, they thought that was gonna be an up on you, you know, and it's like, no, it turned out to be like that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You know, you're going to be affected by that. And you trying to tell them, and they look at you, they like, the hatred even grows. Like, it grows even more. It's like, I can't stand this person. You know, that's why sometimes you got to find your actual, you know, your people. You can't just be around anybody. And I got to keep saying that in every video. You know, you divine ones, you guys cannot just be around just anybody just for the sake of it. No. You got to actually find your tribe of people. It's okay to go and, you know, far as trying to speak with people when you're led to, but actually being around them, no. Like hanging around them, no way. You're basically setting yourself up for failure because they're gonna come for you. They're gonna come for you, and if you don't want to go to jail, okay, you don't want some stuff to happen, you might want to stay away from these people because they gonna be coming for you. You won't like, hold up, let me check you. No, you're not about to sit up here and talk to me that way, and you're not about to come at me and disrespect me either. I don't know who you think I am, okay, but don't let these angel wings fool you. I don't know what you're thinking. We're very godly, but hey, that ain't that. Because they just feel as though they can disrespect you because you got some type of godly, you know, presence to you. But don't get it twisted. Please don't do that, man. I'm sorry. And then you thinking like, I got to get away from you anyway. That's my problem. You know, this is the lesson to me. I shouldn't even be around y'all. You know, I don't know what made me think I could just sit here and be around amongst y'all. Y'all got a lot you guys got a lot to come up on, far as of, you know, healing, you know, and insecurities, and, you know, all these things that these folks ain't never, you know, dealt with. And here you come. You better get away from them people. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, they're not gonna say thank you. You know, you helping them. It's kind of like they thinking they worry too much about looking stupid. You know, they worried about looking like an idiot. And that's just low vibrational. You know, I don't really want to say that word, but I mean, that's what it is. You know, they worry about the things that don't matter. Like just the things that, this low surface things. I don't want to look like an idiot. I don't want to look like, it's like, man, just take in and say thank you, because this person did help you. This person didn't have to even say nothing to you. But it's really hard. You know, us divine ones, it's a lot of meditation that we gotta do down here. Because some things we be like, why even bother? Even though we led to it, but we just be like, why did I even bother? Because this is like, I could have just mind my own business. I didn't even have to even get in touch, say nothing, or even get involved. But you know, this is the reason why we down here. The Most High be using us to help people out, but it's real hard. I see how people in biblical days, how hard it was to help us kind out. It's not easy. These folks is man, it's not. That job is very, very hard. They definitely make it hard. It's like Lauryn Hill say, why you gotta make it so hard when it could be so simple? All you gotta do is take in what people saying that know something. Why are you making it so hard when people helping? When people actually helping you? I know that ain't what you want to hear, but I mean, you know, you need to go. You need some help. You know, you need some help. You know, you ain't there. But instead of you taking in, you want to be mad at this person. It's hard. But the awakening, man, I just really pray that people would not run away from your awakening. If you are at this point in time where you're going through the stages of awakening, I just pray that you do not run away from that. I know it could be scary at first, because it's like, what the freak just happened, and why am I feeling this way, and why, you know, it's so many emotions that go when you're starting your awakening, you know, and it makes you want to have nothing to do with it. It makes you just want to go back into delusion and go back into like a reality where you don't worry about nothing, you don't feel nothing, you know, it's like, it's just, you blend it in. But that's how folks end up getting disappeared. You know, that's how you get got. Ain't nothing good in that. Because I know I hear a lot of divine ones like, I just wish I could just went back and stayed away from this awakening stuff. No, you don't. No, you don't. I would say to undo that thought, undo that wish. Because you don't understand how dangerous that is, being a divine one, not knowing nothing out here. You already know you targeted, so you know you must know, you got to know everything. I mean, why would you think that you being all eyes on you, you shouldn't know nothing? That's crazy. Don't ever put in your head, in your mind and thoughts to think like, I wish I did this waking stuff would have never came my way. That's your biggest blessing down here, ma'am, sir. I don't care how hard that awakening was. You needed to know that. You needed to know. I don't know if that would have been like your last or whatever if you didn't come to the knowledge of that. Because most of the time when that awakening come, it's serious. It's because you're in a serious, something's being plotted against you. And that's why it's alarm, 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 awakening, awakening, awakening. She needs to awaken to this. He needs to awaken for this before it's too late. Sometimes it be too late. This thank the Most High that you awaken in time. Because it could have been too late. A lot of divine ones, they catch it too late and they got to come back into a different life, lifetime to awaken. Because every divine one, it don't matter what lifetime, you got to awaken. If you here, you got to awaken. And you're a divine one, you got to awaken. You have to. Because the plots and scandals and everything is on your head. Like the bounty is on your head. So you got to be awakened. And once you be awakened and you get fully active, can't nobody mess with you. Just think about it. Once the awakening is over and the service is over, just know you good. You just got to get through the awakenings. You just got to get through all them awakenings, and it's for you, really. So, it's 10, well, over here where I'm at, it's 10:21. This message must have been very serious because it actually went over my time, that I normally spend on here. But glory to the Most High, us divine ones, messages that come our way, we got to take it serious. We can't be playing around, and I can't be half doing it. I got to show up according to what the Most High had wanted, each and every last one of us to know, because we down here and we understand we in the land of our enemies. And when we divine ones, we that real ones, we got to be here with it. We got to, because they constantly just throwing this, throwing that, throwing this, throwing that, all day, every day. It ain't just negative energy. It's also things that they're visually throwing at you. And if you don't know, you don't know. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Don't know nothing, you're going to go under. Okay? So you can't be scared for knowledge. You got to be wanting it. You got to be craving it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll tell you guys another testimony later on about, how the op tried to, stop me from speaking, because he already knew I'm going to come with it straight potent. I'm going to come with that thing and I ain't hold nothing back. It is some stuff that this devil these op folks don't want y'all to know. They have fun trying to hunt y'all down. But with this knowledge, it ain't fun no more. It's not going to be fun for these op folks no more. They could be like, this ain't fun. We used to have fun doing this to her. We used to have fun doing this with him. But now he's all educated, motivated, all highly equipped and okay.